Alrighty, we are back with some more Bloodborne. It's been a busy day for me today, so it's a lot later than usual, but we are here nonetheless. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and continue. I have not played anymore since yesterday morning. So we're gonna ease ourselves back in. Okay, I think. Alright, yeah, we're gonna start doing Cathedral Ward. Um we should go back and get Iosefka's dialogue. I'm not too worried about that one though. I mean, if this was like me trying to be like an epic name bro and go for a whole like as much lore as humanly possible, then I would totally be doing her stuff. But I'm not too worried about it. Pots. Okay, so we talked to this old dude and the woman in the last part. This is the old woman that was kind of screaming at the hunter. So yeah, let's chat with her first.
Oh no, I haven't forgotten. Do you think I owe you something? Well, that's a fine lark, I'd say. This whole mess that Yarnum's in is all your fault. Stupidity outsiders. Our blood's ruined, tainted by your ilk. Don't you come near me. I know your type. You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks. You. Stay away from me. I know all your tricks.
Alright, so she is none too accepting of the outside hunters. Pretty obvious. Alright, so this is Cathedral Ward. And these are our first baddies. The big church overlookers. Alright. Dead. Alright. Oh, and I did not go get my echoes. I didn't think it was too important. I didn't have that many echoes regardless, so I wasn't super worried about it. Ooh, let's see what he dropped. Blood vial, that's always good. Okay. Let's pick up these. Some more blood vials. Oh. You're gonna see that, the glowy. Well, you can't see him now. See him later. Ooh, did they move it? Oh, there it is. So yeah, you gotta be careful of that, but you can totally just run, grab it, run away, and then cosmic vortex of death and destruction attempts to grab you. Don't get grabbed by that this early. You'll probably die. Even later on, you'll probably die. We're gonna go ahead and clear out this little area here. Odin Tomb. I believe that's what this area is called. Freaking fire, man. Not the good fire, man. The guy who burns you, murders your face. Okay. Pick up this stuff. So, after you deal with that little group of enemies, hang a right, and there's some cold blood due. And Molotovs. Yeah, 4 Molotovs, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, somebody dropped something. Let's go see what it is. Some bullets. Always nice. Yeah, I think this is Odin Tomb. Very spooky. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, if you didn't notice him, there's a dude just like chilling out right here. Guarding a madman's knowledge. Which is interesting because it's like a churchgoer. He's obviously in priest garb, so I always find that intriguing that the the Madman's Knowledge item is usually on churchgoers. It goes much into the lore of the game. And again, this is more mechanics, kind of tips and tricks getting through the game, more so than more than a lore heavy. I mean, I'm gonna go into some of the lore, but I'm not. That's not my main focus here. You should die. There we go. And bullets, yes. Ooh, spoopy. So come out here before you go out there. There's an item. Madman's Knowledge. Again, little churchgoer. Obviously dressed very similar to Gascoigne. Ooh, oh. And then this is kind of important. This is actually very important for a chunk of the game. So yeah, that's progression. We're going to go this way, explore a little bit more. And find holier than art thou.
You're a beast hunter, aren't you? I knew it. That's precisely how I started out.
Sick ass mutton chops, Alfred.
You may call me Alfred, protege of Master Ligarius, hunter of vile bloods. So, what say you? Our prey might differ, but we are hunters, the both of us. Why not cooperate and discuss the things we've learned? Oh, very good. Very good indeed. Take this to celebrate our acquaintance. Beast hunting
That fire
is
paper
a
will be
sacred
very
practice. May the
important
good
later on.
blood guide your way.
Thank you, Alfred. All right. And I am aware he has more dialogue. I'm not really going to talk to him at the moment, because he talks about Bergenworth and how everything Yharnam is and was stems in some fashion from the Bergenworth College, which we will encounter more about later on. And then we will... This is progression a little further on. I'm not going to go down here quite yet because I am not ready for it. Or, you know, well, I might be able to get through it myself, but you shouldn't go down there because the area in question is for after you kind of clear out Cathedral Ward a little more than not at all. So... And we are actually coming up on grabbing one of my favorite items in the entire game. So yeah, you gotta deal with this guy, which is like a bigger version of those kind of churchy dudes you were fighting back there in the courtyard behind me. But they are much, much bigger, obviously, and they hold the biggest executioner axes on planet Earth. Alright. This actually does a little more damage, which is odd. Oof. I was almost positive I'd get hit at least once or twice by this guy. That always happens. Oh, not dead. Okay. Just hack at his knees until he falls over. Bloodstone shard. So now that's like 4 or 5 we have now. We picked up 3 in like the last 2 minutes. Okay. So there's that guy, this guy that we're coming up on. And there's a guy over there, which he will get to us unless we do that quick enough. So one should be good. Yeah, we got one of them, which is awesome. Try and take out... Okay, I'm not going to worry about the birds. I'm just going to kite this guy a little bit. Aggro and, you know, all that MMO lingo. That I don't play MMO. Last MMO I played was Final Fantasy XIV, Realm Reborn, which I very much liked, but it was on PS4. So... I mean, I haven't been able to really get into PC gaming, which is unfortunate, because I would love to be a PC gamer, but if this whole operation that I'm doing right now, recording and doing Twitch, would be much, much simpler. Alright, one of my favorite items in the game, right here, the monocular. Now, if anybody's played Souls game before, you know that the binoculars are for looking at stuff. Well, this is also for looking at stuff. So you can get God, that's beautiful. You can get a fairly far off view, and I think the reason it's here on this poor dead dude is so you can look right there. Because there's a dude, like, literally you can pick up the item standing on his face and pick up the item and see that guy from right here. So while you might think it's for this, which I do think this is the purpose. It's like, oh, look at this beautiful landscape. Look at it. Oh, revel. Is that? That might be what I think it is. That's kind of cool if that's the case. We'll get back to what I was kind of assuming right there in a second. I think they put it here so you pick it up and are kind of looking in that direction. So that if you pop it, it's like, oh, that looks like a dude. And then you kind of come over. I don't know. I didn't do that. I just kind of started running around. But I think that's why it's placed there, like from a little game dev kind of thing. I would assume it's placed there for a reason. But first, before we murder him, get the lizard. Oh, snap. Oh, did I die? I totally died. Okay, that's never happened before. Oh, death is death. It happens. All right. Alright, so I hope you guys liked that little silence. I needed to concentrate a little bit, which obviously didn't work because I actually did a little bit better talking last time than not. So, that is more or less that area. We need a few more echoes to actually proceed. And I suppose I should talk about this while I'm kind of in the area. Back down where we just were here, I'll run back over there real quick. Back over here, there's a door down a staircase. It's right over here. Not this. That door right there is what I'm about to talk about. That's something I needed, though. This door closed. So, I like that it has a prompt because it never used to. I don't know if I can get through the wall anymore because it might be an entity, like an actual, like, physical thing now. Yeah, it looks like they gave it a wall. That is actually connected to the bridge where we fought Cleric Beast. And it's been mapped out. You can Google it, YouTube it, do whatever you like. It has been mapped out to be like this is the bridge that directly connects. So this right here is a bridge I'm talking about. So Cleric Beast was like just mulling around up here and then jumped off that like ledge right there. But this is the bridge for Cleric Beast right here, I believe. And that was the door. That door goes there, I think. But yeah, it's interesting that it has a prompt now because it never used to. So it's basically confirmed that they just put it in the game that it's actually like connected, like this where it's just closed. That's all it is. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of a shorter episode, simply because of when I'm recording, because it's ridiculously hot up here. So this, a special emblem. So if anybody remembers, there is an emblem in the Hunter's Dream that is only purchasable for 10,000 blood echoes. And that is the emblem we need. So what I'm going to do is go run back up here and go... We're gonna go over here first, because there's a little thing over here that I'd like to have and collect first. Yes, I see you. You'll get your chance. Hold on. Inside hug. So I should at least get real close to 10 grand. If not hit it after these next couple guys. Oh. That is like a death sentence. Getting in on both of these guys at the same time, it's not a good plan. So ignore what I just did. And just parry them. It's just easier. If you can. I mean, if you can't parry them, then that's fine. Just back off, you know, be quick, dodge, you know, use the skills you have. Now this is a joke, like, jokey weapon thing. Not a weapon. It's it's used in this. I'll show off the flame sprayer here in a second, but it's literally just a joke weapon. That's all, or like a shield. It's just a joke. There's nothing special to it. It doesn't really block for that much. It doesn't have 100% block in the slightest. This will be useful in the next area we come to. I really like that. I really enjoy the flame sprayer. But for now, we're gonna stick with our trusty blunderbuss. Now, we're gonna go ahead and run to the Hunter's Dream, run back, and kill a few of these little beginning guys, and then run back to Hunter's Dream, and then pick up that item. The emblem that we need to open that door. Go through that door and open up a little more of this area, and I think I'll call it a day. Actually, you know what? Maybe while we're here, I'll just pop some of those. And I know this is against... I'm not going to pop that one. This is against, like... Oh, wow, that was 1,000. I didn't need that much. Oh, I actually did need that much. I need a little more than that. This is kind of against my code just as a souls kind of player. I never usually pop souls for items. But for stuff like this, for keys that open doors, I usually, it's usually a slight exception. So we're going to go back. So the Tomb of Odian. Where is that? Let's go check. Shorter episode, I say. Shorter episode. Just remember I said that when this goes to just as long as every other episode. Thus far. Because it will happen. I'm just curious to see where this is, because I honestly don't remember. And this is just for posterity's sake, of course. I'll probably be able to run back to where I want to be. Oh, yeah, it's just right here. Yeah, I can totally run back up. So the Tomb of Odian is where you fight Odon, Odian, whatever you'd like to call it. I say Odian, it doesn't matter. This is right when you fight Gascoigne. That was the arena. So yeah, we're gonna go up, 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 up. And we're back in Cathedral Ward. I don't even know how I got that parry. That one I got. Alright. So we're going to ignore big man on campus up here. And run straight up. And in the next part, yeah, see, and then this opens this gate. The next part I'm planning on finding and attempting to continue more of Eileen's storyline, if humanly possible. Ooh, that does a lot of damage. I like their big, giant, papal church hats. I hate birds. I actually love real birds, but these birds are just... they have a really wide, or not wide, very easy to hit parry window. It's very forgiving. If you have something like the blunderbuss. If you have like the pistol, it's gonna be a little harder. Now your option, the repeating pistol, is the only option that's kind of like in the middle. Didn't need to dodge, that's good, because I didn't have the freaking stamina. Yeah, but this next part I'm planning on this part to, by the end, to get to the boss. Maybe try her once or twice. We have the tools, for sure. It's completely possible. I just don't know if I want to do a new boss in this part. If push comes shove, absolutely, I'll try her. I'll probably end up trying her once, just because. Ooh, that was bad. Oh, I walked literally right into that. Alright, and he's dead. Alright. We're definitely going to upgrade our weapon again in this part. Let's get all this madman's knowledge. And just so everyone is aware, I am aware of this way. This like little chunk right here. I believe this is further in the game, and that disgusting, disgusting sound is this guy. You need to be real careful. with this dude. He is really no joke. He is not a fan of piercing damage. Actually, I can demonstrate this. So I'm doing relatively okay with, so I switched to my saw spear. So that's pierce, that's the difference. So if you have something like a spear or something of that nature, something pokey, like the saw spear, absolutely use it. Use the uncharged R2 and just kind of poke him to death. If not, then, you know, just kind of stay back, don't get hit. He's dangerous. He's very dangerous. He's a lot more dangerous than I think a lot of people would think at this level. So yeah, I'm just picking up the items down here because they're useful early. We cannot actually come down here yet. So I'll show this off just to show it off, but this door is locked.
The password.
So we don't have anything to say. Because we don't know the password. We will soon, but we don't yet. But that's fine. All about progression. I just wanted to kind of show that off. That's where you go afterwards, which we will... I'm kind of showing off areas that I don't need to go into yet, but I just want to show them off to show them. Alright, now let's go the actual way. So, let me just point this out. You come through this gate. You do not have to go through this courtyard. Hang right, grab that item. Hang left, kill the bird and the guy with the flame sprayer. Pick up the item, the cold blood dew. Kill the guy who comes up the stairs, and then come down here. And there should be an item, which is poison knives, which will be helpful later. And so we got a couple more doors here, so we're going to go through their dialogue real quick.
You're not from around here, are you? Well, an outsider who's come to join the hunt? What a pathetic idea. You what? What, you think I'm a beast? Well, maybe I think you're a beast. And step away from my castle. Oh, enough of you. What, you think this is funny? Well, I certainly don't, so be gone with you. I'll have nothing to do with your beast hunts. Oh, enough with you already. Come on, just go with you.
Alright, so Mr. Trustworthy over here is still human, obviously, he's cognizant, but doesn't want to be disturbed. Probably because of all the reefer he's smoking. Okay. Now for this door.
Oh my, what a queer scent. But I'd take it over the stench of blood and beasts any day. What is it then? I'm off during hunts, so if that's what you're here for, I'll leave you to your own devices. If that doesn't do it, come back in the morning, darling. I'm off during hunts. Come back in the morning, darling.
So if I'm not mistaken, Sunshine here and Mr. Trustworthy, you have to like reload the state and come back. I need to unlock... You should unlock Iosefka's clinic if you want this dude to survive. Because if you send... How this guy's path works, I believe he's the untrustworthy man on the wiki, is if you tell him to go to the Odin Temple or the Odin Church, he will go to Iosefka's clinic. If you tell him Iosefka's clinic, he will go to the church. So you want everybody to go to the church, except for one, and we haven't seen him yet. You want everybody to go to the church because Iosefka's clinic is more or less death for all the NPCs. I mean, I recommend it, but absolutely, you know, if you want them all to survive, regardless of what you do, send them to the chapel. So, we're going to proceed. Ooh. My favorite is being poisoned. So, let's make sure the coast is... Ooh, coast is not clear. So, yeah. keep away from these guys until you see an opening, a proper opening. Draw him back even, because the guy with the rifle in the back is just infuriating to try and deal with. Okay, don't do what I did and don't mash. Time your strikes, stay out of this idiot's way, and then just come up and slice his ass. Alright, let's knock on this door.
Praise you. Praise you.
Praise the whole damn church. Okay, well, I don't know why I took a southern accent there, but principle is the same. These two doors don't really have any information for us.
Oh, we've the deepest gratitude for the church and all they do for us. The deepest, widest gratitude. Yes. Yes.
People, please. Your pot lanterns, your THC smoke is filling the alley. Please tone it down with the reefer. Alright, so there's a guy up here shooting at you. There's a whole bunch of dudes that are going to pile down this staircase. So be prepared. As well as prepared as you can be. At least I thought there were. Maybe I took too long. Maybe they moved. I'm not sure. I remember. But, point still stands. If you run through here, it's disaster. That's immediate disaster. Oh, they're a little bit differently placed than I remember. Come on. No, no, no. Get wrecked, fools. Ooh. It's like a just frame dodge. That was an anime dodge from that bullet. Oh, not that, though. Not the axe. The axe to the back negated the cool factor from barely dodging that bullet. Okay, we're going to grab that item. Now we're topped up. Now, you will recognize, you may not from my gameplay, but right here is actually where we fought the little squid man, where I demonstrated that the pokey damage from the saw spear is very worthy. That's right here. So you could drop down and kind of bypass those quests and the two quests and the two people that kind of just are kind of just freaks. Okay. And as always, be careful with these guys. They're really quick. I'm gonna actually top up my health because I get scared of these guys just like any other new player. Even though I've gone through this game like 5 or 6 times. I mean, I still freak out with these guys. These guys freak me out. Blood vial and up the stairs. And we are getting thoroughly coated in the sticky red stuff. Anyone who played Demon Souls, that was a little one for you. A little one for you. Okay, so beautiful skyline. See the note. Wait, no, I want to see the note that's like sitting there. A watchman of Bergenworth guards the gate with a password, the sacred adage of the Grand Cathedral. So, I was down there a couple minutes ago. It's at the doorway right over there. So you can see the little light on the top of the screen. So, the guardsman asks for a password, which we don't have yet. But if me saying yet didn't kind of spoil it, we will. And that password is invaluable. I hate these dogs. Like everything else. I love real dogs to death, but I hate these mangy, weird zombie dogs. Alright, thick clawed blood. First things first. It's almost an order to ignore the enemies. Open this. Because that over there is the gate that you come inside. So that gate that's raised up right there, right where the reticle is, that is the gate you open with the emblem. That gate right there that's open horizontally is the gate you come into this like courtyard of this like graveyard. Courtyard. I'm gonna call it courtyard because courtyard is more cheery. Even though it's very, very clearly like a graveyard, like a tomb. The whole place actually, it's half church, half tomb. So More tomb than church, almost. This way. Yeah. Don't go straight up those stairs. There's another little shortcut. So, when you come down, let me just be clear. When you come down the stairs, if you rush over here, kill the enemies, then come open the gate, then come over here. Oh, we alerted him. Well, that's okay. Yeah, zombie grown somewhere else, dude. I don't care. Ah, inner hug. Then open this. This is the key to getting around this area very quickly. These two gates. So that gate is the main way up. This way is the back way. So this is where I picked up that wooden shield. There's these two guys that I almost got wrecked by. So let's just kind of show this off for a second. Go down here. Through here. Make that guy our bitch with an inner hug. And then run over. And there is your lamp for Odin Temple. Odin Tomb. And there is our old grouchy lady. So, big giant circle. More or less. Once you open all the gates, it becomes like just a giant circle. Which is actually a lot like the Demon Souls kind of thing. It's once you open everything up, it's very, very circular. At least level design-wise. I mean, not everything is like that, that's for sure, because you have a hub world. But this is much more... At least it feels much more like everything is much more circular. So yeah, let's go up here. This is kind of a hint for the upcoming boss. Because this, left by this gracious dead guy, it's called Numbing Mist. So let's go in and kind of read that. Throw to create a mist cloud that numbs a hunter's life essence and prevents restoration of HP. Said to be used by the blood hunters of Canehurst, its recipe is a secret closely guarded by the line of nobles inhabiting the castle. So let's just get a kind of a drop on that art for a second, because I want to kind of talk over it for a second. So this is a PvP item, obviously. It basically tells you its use in PvP. But it has a secondary use that I will hopefully show on this next boss fight. Or hopefully be able to show on this boss fight. This next boss fight. So what I just picked up there is like a decoration thing for the messengers. It has absolutely nothing to do with in-game anything. It's just how your messengers look. So yeah, that is just kind of a thing I pick up all the time. Pick up every playthrough just because. I don't even use it that often. Alright, so we're gonna run into something pretty dangerous here. This guy, which there's only one scythe from what I know in the game at the moment. And it is not that one. So if you are new, give up all hope of ever getting that particular scythe. Now, don't give up hope of getting a scythe, because there is one. So yeah, this guy is the one of the only dudes in the entire game who would employ the repeating pistol. So the double barrel pistol. He's one of the only bad guys, the only mobs to employ that almost in the entire game. I very rarely see it actually, just in general. Ooh, yeah, that was dangerous. Oh, I got a visceral on him. That's new. I think it's just if you hit. I think it's either his arms or his knees. If you can jack his knees up, then you'll. Ooh, wow, that did a lot of damage. You'll get a visceral on him. He's pissing me off now. I wonder if he gets an updated moveset if you get a visceral on him to kind of cope with you being badass. Okay, so we've got 10,000 echoes right now. An early game that is quite a few echoes. So yeah, again, if you're hoping to get this item, that big giant stick as a weapon, I'm sorry to say, you cannot get that as a weapon. Give up hope, all hope of that ever being a weapon. Maybe not ever, but at the moment. It is not a choice of armament at the moment. Not sure. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's just back up for a second. 'Cause I completely forgot how to deal with these guys. So that meter you see filling at the top of my screen, I'm not exactly sure why their weapons give it to you, but it is like, I don't know what to equate it to in the other Souls games. It's frenzy. So what happens is, when the meter fills, there's like 2/3 of your health just disappear. You go insane and bleed out. So it's a lot like bleeding in the other Souls games. So just let that be a warning. So I'm gonna let this drop for a second and just kind of chill out and watch her before we do this.
But beware, the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. The foul beasts will dangle nectar and lure the meek into the depths. Remain wary of the frailty of men. Their wills are weak, minds young. Were it not for fear, death would go unlamented. Seek the old blood. Let us pray, let us wish to partake in communion. Let us partake in communion and feast upon the old blood. Our thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears.
So yeah, this is, if you couldn't tell by the room here, our next boss. And obviously I equipped the fire paper, the numbing mist, which I will hope to be able to show off here, and the Molotovs. From what I know, she is very susceptible to fire. Fire paper being... And she has some odd... like, my weapon right now, because it's serrated... It's not even an actual statistic in the game, but it does some weird extra damage to her. That's why I took the saw cleavers, because this boss with, like, the threaded cane, even though that is also serrated, does such low damage and has such a low buildup that it doesn't really... it's not helpful. It also could be that I'm not good with skill weapons. I mean, my secondary weapon I've decided will be Ludwig's Holy Blade, so I'm going to have to kind of get a feel for that again. But yeah, we are going to go ahead and... and trigger her. So, here we go. Alright, so that is, obviously at the bottom you can see, Vicar Amelia. She's just the most fun. Oh, that was so awful. I'm not going to try. I'm going to try my best not to get completely destroyed by this boss. Because it has happened in the past. I have gotten just wrecked by her before. So let's just kind of pick at my damage. Let's just see these damage numbers. So upgraded, I think this is +2 right now. So I do 75 on a back attack in a combo after she dodges. 66 looks like the regular number. So let's throw a fire paper on. So that's what fire paper does. It's a very cool, little, very good utilization of the PS4's like hardware stuff. So that does almost double. Oh, and keep your aim as much on her legs as you can, because that's kind of her break point for her visceral stuff. So yeah, I got a visceral on her, so hopefully she'll go down pretty quick. I kind of want her to do her thing. Oh, I got another one. That doesn't usually happen for me. For me, anyway. Oh, I did a little burrito combo on her. That's abnormal. Wow. So yeah, you can see that this damage, even at +2, kind of destroys her. So I'm going to let her kind of just chill out. Ah, there we go. This is kind of one of this gold aura. You throw a numbing mist at her, that heals. She actually heals during that. So if you throw a numbing mist at her... Sorry, I wanted to be quiet so I didn't completely die there. If you throw a numbing mist at her while she's in that... Oh, I just totally wasted those Molotovs. Don't do that, everybody. Don't waste your Molotovs. Molotovs are life. Ooh. Heal up. Don't die. Especially now. So that is a grab. If you couldn't see that animation perfectly well, she winds back with her left hand for a relatively long time for her. She's quick. She's a quick boss. But she reels back and snatches you up from right next to her. So yeah, just kind of when you see that, kind of get back. We're going to light the lamp. Now, we're going to let this little story section drop. I'm going to throw my mic off so everybody watching can hear it. Yeah, and let's touch this weird beast head. Let's touch it. I want to lick it. Let's do it.
Master Willem, I've come to bid you farewell.
Oh, I know. You think now to betray me.
No, but you will never listen. I tell you, I will not forget our adage.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open.
Fear the old blood. I must take my leave.
By the gods, fear it, Lawrence.
Alright, well, we French kissed that skull and got some useful information from it. So, the adage that we've been hearing so much about is obviously the church, or perhaps that's Bergenworth. We don't know yet. I know, but I'm not going to spoil it. So, somewhere with high power in Yharnam, obviously, it looked kind of astute, so we can kind of assume from the look of it, it's Bergenworth. Hint, hint, it's Bergenworth. Okay, now that that's out of the way. The Bergenworth College was obviously experimenting and trying to learn as much as humanly possible about the Beast Scourge and the blood, the old blood. And they were teaching their students, apprentices, masters even, to not only respect it, but fear it. Because we are undone by the blood. Interesting. So, but the adage, that is to get through that locked door, which we will be doing next. We're going to go back to the Hunter's Dream quickly. Then we will go back, open that door, hit the next lamp, and I will call it a day there. And in the next one, I will go see about Eileen, the quest line, and we're gonna, let's go upgrade our weapon first. Do some busy work here, and hello, Caterman.
The moon is close.
Ooh.
It will be a long hunt tonight.
Especially for
If
Mr.
the
Jollyworth.
beasts loom large and threaten to crush your spirits, seek a holy chalice, as every hunter before you has. A holy chalice will reveal the tomb of the gods, where hunters partake in communion.
Yeah, so basically what he's telling us about is the altar. These are the chalice ritual dungeons, which I'm sure everybody's heard about. They are, some of them are set, some of them are not. You can get root chalices for non-specific, like kind of random, more randomized dungeons. And then the regular chalices are set. They are just hard ingrained. Wow, we have a lot of upgrade material. We don't have 3 Twin Bloodstone shards, so the next chunk is going... I'm actually not going to upgrade that again, because I want to save those Bloodstone shards. That only goes up by 5. You know, we're just going to save them. But, we are going to go ahead and... So, that's actually pretty good. That's an... HP continues to recover. So, if I were to take a hit and just stand still... my HP would very, very slowly just kind of tick up. We're going to put that one in, and then we're going to put both in because we can. But there is something we got from Amelia that I would like to show. Oh, and then I'm going to take this stuff off because I don't need it. This right here. So you can use it. The gold pendant. Pendant of Vicar Amelia. Used to change into a blood gem, which fortifies weapons. This pendant, passed down among the vicars who head the healing church, can I English today, is a reminder of the cautionary adage, words that will open the gates of Bergenworth. So if you're kind of on the fence about what you need to do, and you've found that note, and you've read this description... Or maybe I'll put that a different way. If you are stuck, read item descriptions. Read, kind of run through a level again. See if you missed anything. That's really a good way to kind of feel out this game. Because some of it's pretty obvious, like this. It's like, okay, the words you just heard, you found a note, it's kind of, just find the door. Find the person who's locked the door, which we already have. So we will go there next. But first, we're going to go ahead and use that guy. Gold blood gem. So there is no side story. There is no nothing to go with this one. This is just simply a straight blood gem. So it actually doesn't... Oh, it gives us attack versus beasts. So it depends on where we want to go next, because there's 2 places we could go. The next area that I'm going to go unlock is... the Hollowed Forest, or something like that. It's a forest. The other place is Old Yarnum. So I will pick in between episodes. I'm actually going to wait to go open that door before we... I'm going to wait to open the door to the forest until I kind of really decide where we want to go. Yeah, so you can also buy upgrade materials here. Nothing yet. Nothing too exciting yet, anyway. Let's check the store. This stuff is opened by hunter badges, so there's nothing here quite yet. But that is going to do it for my episode today. If you are watching on Twitch right now, my YouTube is Mr. RC Kava at youtube.com. On Twitch, I am twitch.com/Mr. RC Kava. If you're watching on YouTube and would like to catch a live stream, those are both of my links. I am in the process of getting a Twitter and a Facebook for this channel, just to kind of branch out a little more. I am going to go ahead and upload this now. So thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tell me what I did wrong, tell me what I did right. Any of that, any input is awesome. I appreciate it all, even if it's, God, you suck, or, you're doing amazing. Any kind of input, it does not matter. Give it to me. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. I will see all you lovely ladies and gentlemen later.